Nasty ass water.
Alright, so welcome back to the channel, guys. We're starting this video off on the phone because I didn't think to bring my camera for this because we kind of lollygagged sitting at the house chit-chatting for a while. But if you guys been following DJ on Instagram or keeping up with the channel, you know he was K-swapping his CRX and this thing is finally done. It's on the road. I did the one long video kind of doing somewhat of the process, but a lot of it was finalized like after that video. But she's on the road now. Today he's actually come by. He's bringing it to the house so we can build him an intake, and then I'm going to build him a little bracket to hold his coolant reservoir. But right now he wants to just kind of break in the clutch a little bit. He's still got to get it tuned, so it is on the base map, but it runs fine on the map for a little bit. So we're just going to cruise around a little bit, get some miles on it, let him enjoy it, and then we're going to take it back to the house and do some work on it. But you liking it?
That's so dope.
You missed him.
Yeah.
Like,
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's freaking sick though. It looks so good in here. Except for this.
What, the intake?
Yeah.
Or my sensor?
Yeah, well that too, the sensor's just poking right up. Just happy houring it up.
We'll rotate it later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can cruise out to the canyon. We don't have to, we're not going to be driving hard, and I forgot the GoPro too, because again, I didn't plan to drive hard, but I want to get a couple shots of you just like cruising around the corner and stuff for exhaust and whatnot. Because if you guys don't remember, if you didn't watch the video, I built him a full 3-inch stainless exhaust with a HKS high power, so sounds pretty good, but I want to hear it like kind of under load, because cruising up the street, it's like, it's just deep, can't really hear it, especially over the base of my car, but
She could be loud. Loud.
So for no reason at all, we just pulled over because we just got out here, and we just stumbled across an entire parade of Dodge Vipers. So you already know, we're out here trying to chase them, see what they're doing. Looks like they're on the bridge right now taking photographs, but like there's probably like 12 or so of them. The line goes so many Vipers. Still can't hang though.
Yes, we could.
No, they can't.
Oh.
Okay, we're finally back at the house. Got the normal camera. Everything's all good again. Shoot, we've been gone for probably like 4 hours. Ended up seeing all those Dodge Vipers, following them out of the canyon. Came back and got lunch. We had to run and give DJ some distilled water because he's got an air bubble or something in his cooling system. But we're gonna get started on this thing and get started on the bracket for this. Yeah, make it look okay.
Yeah, make it nice and pretty.
Functional. Instead of sucking in hot headlight air.
True.
Stale air. Okay, I don't know where my long screwdriver went. I think I lost it in the engine bay of the Miata, and then I went down the road and it disappeared, so. These clamps around here are good. Okay, take his sensor out. Take the grommet out, because we don't want to melt that. Okay. Alright, so I had an extra elbow, so it's going to be really simple. Just got to cut it right there where I marked it, re-weld it there, and then we'll have to chop some off the end because it's really long going into the hole. And yeah, so the one weld and this thing will be done. Simple and straightforward, and we can make him a little bracket for this doohickey. Got it all taped up, gonna just lay some tacks, give it a bead, and then the only thing I have to do is shorten this end a little bit. The hard hard part is with aluminum is you can't magnetize it, so you can't like tack it super easy like that. Using like my magnets and stuff, so gotta be real careful moving it around. Side, so the pipe should be solid. Now we're going to pull our tape off, we're going to clean it, and then we're going to wipe it with acetone, then we can weld it. So even though this is raw aluminum, I'm still going to brush it with my aluminum brush. That'll at least help get any surface dirt off and my Sharpie marks. If you guys watch my videos normally, you see me always using this stuff. This is just acetone. It's a very, very good cleaning agent. Just give it a good wipe. And now we're ready to weld. Okay, it's all good. Simple, clean, effective, and it will work totally fine. So I'm gonna let that cool off, put the plug back in it, and then go test fit. Alright, it's all in there. I had to weld a little tab over there, but it's solid. It's not going nowhere. I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah, my camera handle would stop breaking. Ooh. No. There you go. Cold air intake. Now, just nugget. Alright, yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm going to just take this and I'm going to trace it around some of my sheet metal and then just cut it out the shape of it, like the bottom shape, and then like weld up little tabs to basically hold it in there, and then we're just going to drill a hole and we're going to bolt it pretty much probably to the shock tower right here. Just drop it right there because that's tucked away, it's functional, and it works. You good with that?
I don't care. We got a hole here though. Got a hole already.
That's what I said.
You said drill a hole.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I was thinking bolt a hole. Bolt a whatever.
Put a bolt in?
Yeah, put a bolt in the hole.
Bolt in the hole.
I just got done with the reservoir bracket. I spent a lot of time on it. I don't know, probably like an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, was it that long?
It felt like it. I mean, not a long time, but
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a final rendition. Tucks in there, super nice and snug. It's bolted up with the 2 bolt holes that are right here. I can't do this to my own car because I have a fuel pressure regulator here. He has his right here. So I'm kind of SOL, but I do like this design, so I might have to end up rerouting my fuel lines later to make it good. I think this is like 18 gauge, just mild steel. I just MIG tacked it all through the inside and everything, and then I went out just for the walls and TIG welded it on the outside. So it is absolutely sturdy. It's not going to be moving. It's
moving the whole car with it.
Yeah, it's barely got like a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch clearance above the shifter cable, so that's not going to interfere with anything. And it boots right up against the brake master, so it may also act like a kind of a weak one, but a master cylinder brace at that. But I'm pretty stoked on it. Came out pretty good. And then I already told him I already have my name tags being cut, so he's gonna get it powder coated down in his work, but after I get my nameplate put on, because I want to put one of my little ones right down there, and then probably my new logo on the back side there. So that'll be mint. So this thing's ready. You just need a hood now and then a tune, and this thing's a ripper. And VTEC.
Go get your damn laptop.
Oh yeah, true. And so we got the computer hooked up, and we're gonna try, just for the heck of it, because he's again on just the base map. So he has the same exact setup as me, same 70mm throttle body, only different, same 3-inch exhaust. Only difference is his throttle body, his manifold isn't port matched to the throttle body, but otherwise it's the same exact engine. So we're just for the heck of it, I'm downloading his base map right now to kind of take a look at it, see what his VE table and all that stuff is like. But I think we're going to try and load my tune in it just to see what happens, see if the car likes it. either way, he's going to take it to the dyno, but if he at least loads my tune on it, he might have a little bit better, it might like it. So, I don't know. And again, like, I've tried my hand at tuning, farthest thing from a tuner, but I'm slowly starting to get a little bit more of an understanding of it. So, it's just this software I haven't opened up in like 2 years. So, compared to my tuner studio for the Miata, it's very different. But, you know what, for right now, let's check.
To see, because it'll tell us if VTech is engaged, isn't it? VTech settings.
Yeah. So, VTech settings, it's set at 58. So
should we take around and see, go on the block and see what happens? Up or disengage?
Yeah, I don't know, this stuff's confusing. All right, so we just kind of tweaked the map a little bit, set up launch control just to see if that works, eyeball the VTech settings, but before we spin around the block, he's got to bleed his coolant. Like I said earlier, I think he's got an air bubble in here, so we got to jack it up really quick, make sure this is a high point. A lot of people don't do that and they wonder why it doesn't want to bleed. And bleed it quick, and then we can spin it. Woo! No spill funnel for the win.
I fucking love those.
Yeah, I know, they're so convenient.
I got tired of Doze not having one, so I bought him one.
Did you really?
Yeah, the one that he has, I bought him that for Christmas, I think, like 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, this is just an Amazon special, but it works just fine.
But yeah. I think I grabbed his from Napa.
Know how.
Yep.
And for those of you that may ask why DJ's using just distilled water, this is mostly, he has the CRV if you guys haven't been following along, as his daily now. So the CRX is more just his fun car, and he does intend to track it a lot, and tracks prefer that you run distilled water. They don't mind if you have coolant, but water's a lot easier to clean up than coolant is if he has a leak or a spill. So
not only that, but I took Carter Gillespie's radiator out of his DA. So it's been sitting for a while, and I just want to flush it out.
yeah, don't want to put good, nice, clean stuff. Oh yeah, you got like dirty floaties floating up in there anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Flush it out first.
But yeah, eventually there'll probably be coolant in here, but for now, distilled water's totally fine. Let it bleed. Nasty.
Yeah, so I don't know how we'll know when it's gotten to the system.
When it's bled, no moss bubbleatos.
There's already no bubbleatos.
We'll see. We'll play with it. For whatever reason, his fans aren't getting told to turn on. There's voltage going to the plug, so it's getting the power it needs, but it's just not commanding it. So to bleed the cooling system the rest of the way we got, I made a little thing, just some wire and some butt connector. Turn the fan on and keep it on for a few minutes so we can try and bleed it. I did mess with the ECU because for whatever reason the fan command was set at like 1832 degrees. So I turned it down to 190, but it's still not turning on. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. Might be a wiring issue, honestly. So might just have to wire the fans on like mine, where they're on all the time. Because I don't remember if we had this issue with my Integra or not, but one thing at a time, I suppose. All right, it's bled up as much as we're gonna get it, I think. It's at least got cleaner water in there. Filled the reservoir. Fan don't work, so I think DJ mentioned that Brian needed him to come by today to do something with a switch, and that was probably the fan switch. So for the meantime, he's just gonna have to kill it at stoplights till he goes to Brian's later this week. Oh dear. So now we're gonna spin this thing around the block, see if we can't get it to engage VTech. And
plugs down there. It's like yours too.
Oh. Oh, with the
with the plugs down there.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna see exactly what this thing's doing or not doing. Hopefully.
Turn it on.
Hold on. K20's so wonky. Key off and key back on.
So turn on then.
Key off.
Off.
Oh, key on. Authenticating. Communicating. Uploading. Okay. Okay, yeah, fire. At least your key works. Mine don't.
You can fix yours, you just don't want to.
I don't know how to. it's not loading or engaging VTEC. It does show his VSS input, so it's getting that. It does show the correct map. It needs to be, based off of his engagement point RPM, needs to be around 750 whatever value on the map, and it's reading that. It's reading the TPS input because it's getting all the way up to 74%, which it's kind of weird on the K-tuner stuff. But anything over 50%, it should be engaging VTEC, and it's still not doing it. So right now, I'm loading my tune on here, and we're gonna see if that changes anything, see how the car even feels. And if it works, then we know it's in the tune, and then he can get that worked out when he gets his car tuned. But, I mean, it's worth a shot. Just out here in the middle of the wilderness. Yeah, middle of the wilderness. Middle of Mexico. Mm-hmm. It should be good to fire it. Let me just double check some of these parameters. Make sure it looks like it's mine. Okay, well right now the VTEC, it's the old one, so the VTEC is lower. The one on my computer or on my car is updated, but this is the only thing that should be different right now is the VTEC engagement point.
Oh, so this is pre-port match then?
No, this is after port match, but Tim, for whatever reason at the dyno, had set my VTEC engagement too low. Mm-hmm. So yours in first and second gear right now should engage, but let's do second, and then after that I had the issue with the VTC dropping out because of oil pressure. Right. But yeah, let's try a second gear and see if it engages. It is in the tune. So we got VTEC to engage that time. It wasn't very just bam like it is in my car, but I mean every car may be a little bit different. But we are going to increase the VTEC engagement point a little bit. Like I said, I'm no tuner. I know that this was my issue in my car, is my VTEC engagement point was too low. So we're going to change it to, we'll do 5200 like mine. And then lower disengage 5100, and then we'll do upper engage, so 7, so we'll do 6200, not 60,200, 6200, and then 6100.
Now what does the upper and lower engagement do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just pushing buttons that I know help mine, but we'll try this. We ran into a little bit of an issue. Trying to play with the map. We got it to hit VTEC, and I tried getting it to change, but then the software on the computer failed. So it was like, whatever, no big deal, try and reload the map. And we reloaded it, but then for whatever reason the computer doesn't want to connect to the computer anymore. Like the ECU doesn't want to connect to the computer. Can't get it, it just keeps on saying ECU connection failed. Their forums are pretty useless, and they're not open today, so I can't call them. So I'm popping the cover to see if I can't see the LEDs and reset the cable. Maybe the cable just got pinched somehow stepping on it or something, but check the LEDs because there's a little thing on the thing that says if the LEDs are blinking this color this many times, whatever, then it kind of helps. But if that don't tell us nothing, then I don't know, might be stuck. Oh, there's bunk ass wiring up in here. Looking like my car. So red and flashing green. Let me see what that means. So according to this, steady red, blinking slowly. No ECU communication. That can be caused by improper header installation, ECU not being powered, or a bad connection with the board. WTF.
With the light bar?
Figured it out. Had to reset the ECU, recover the ECU. So we're re-uploading the map now. Hopefully the freaking software doesn't crash again, because that's what did it in the first place. And then we can see if VTEC works better on the higher engagement. And if it does, then it's up to you if you want to leave it after that.
We can put the base map back on.
Why? What you think is closer, the base map or a tune that's for the exact same motor?
If we can take out some fuel, then maybe.
Why?
Because it's dumping more fuel to compensate for the extra air you
have.
Not
a whole lot.
It is not a whole lot?
I don't think so. I mean, without your AFR hooked up, we don't know what your car's running.
It won't give it to us on there?
No. Keep saying 24.
Some bullshit.
Alright, so we're back alive. Two-step will be at 4,500.
Oh, we're doing it. That's funny.
Alright, well that works. It's still not as prominent as mine, but
It's still there.
yeah, it's at least there now. Well, backfire. Yeah, so on that note, car's at least alive. We're gonna take it back to the house, and he's gotta finish buttoning it up at the dyno and stuff. But for now, it should at least be okay. It'll drive around and all that, get the fan working. But if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you don't already, follow us both on Instagram. You already know mine, WavyED8. And then, yeah, if you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon if you want to sign up. I also have new merch out if you want to hit the big cartel. But that's about it, guys. So do what you love, forget about the rest. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.